Hello from California. This is Sandy from Messy Papercrafts, your #1 online store with the most exciting crafting items. And welcome to this week's episode of What's in This Box. And today I have exciting news because we have Ciao Bella's new release. And this is really amazing. Look at all of this great design and detail here. And yeah, let's bring that out. All right, so as you can see, we have really cool stuff here from Ciao Bella, and this is a new release. And then we also have some things back in stock that I thought would be great for you to see as well. So let's start with this one. This is called Cygne Noir. I'm not so sure, but it's basically Black Swan related. And I think this is such a beautiful design with this ballet and this dancer in the black costume. If you ever watched the movie Black Swan, then you might know what it's all about. And I just think it's just a stunning design. So let's open this up. All right, so Le Cygne, I guess that's how you spell it, Noir, has this great dancer, as I just said. And if you look closely, here's a shadow. That's actually the black swan. And I just think it's stunning. It's such an amazing idea somehow to bring this in as a paper pad. And it's all very dance related, but also musical. And on the back here, we have these great things that you could cut out, or you can also use this as a background. And this is just so beautiful. I mean, like a violin, I would think. And then we have all these sheets with the notes here and music. And then this black feather that basically just comes onto all of these pages as this kind of honoring the black swan. And I just think it's stunning. The colors are really nice as well. Kind of like subtle, but vintage. And at the same time with these flowers. Such great details here. Just beautiful how it fits together. I wouldn't have thought that anything with black could actually work, but it's kind of like spring and summer, but then also a bit moody. So it also could go a little bit into the Halloween direction because it has obviously this kind of little bit mysterious elements to it. And I just love this here as well on the back. If you don't want to use the front, I have to say these back sides are just very beautiful, like really mixed media and very artistic. And you have these beautiful flowers. Again, these notes and the stains and this whole distressed mixed media vintage look. And that's just gorgeous, like two swans. And somehow they also make those eyes. And then the dancer. And then here again, distressed, kind of like a wallpaper texture. And here we have more of this girl dancing the ballet and the opera. And then here again, the backside is kind of distressed wallpaper. And here we have more flowers, more distressed paper. And here we have these beautiful card fronts, or which would make great card fronts. Like if you cut these out here, like this one here. And I mean, this is just so elegant and so stunning. So it's kind of vintage and distressed, but at the same time also very elegant. Or like this one here, the piano and these roses. Just, I don't know, very, very stunning. Or here's the backside also, if you don't want to use the front. And here we have this black feather again that's creeping in into this kind of mysterious look. And here we have more of these swans elements. Here it's kind of more like a white swan, but this kind of crackled and vintage look. Here we have the backside, also really beautiful. Then here again we have this amazing idea that the shadow of the swan is behind this girl. And more notes or like a musical page. And then more of these flowery types. And I just think it's amazing how the black and the flower somehow fits together so well. And here we have the backside. So this is really beautiful. So this is the paper pad, the 12 by 12. And then we also have this one, which is called Patterns Pad. And here you have even more backgrounds. So once again, you could cut something out here from the back side. And then we have these beautiful elements here as well, where you could either cut them apart or use them as a scrapbooking page. Just gorgeous. And here that's the back side. So pretty. Then here we have another one of this opera, Le Cygne Noir ballet. Le Cygne. Hope I say this correctly. Then here's the back side, and here we have more cutouts. If you needed some kind of sentiments, then you could just create them from here, where it says beautiful, ballet, dream, love, dance, discover, black swan, the music of the soul. So lots of different choice here. Back side. Then we also have these really cool cutouts where it's also with a number. Beautiful. And this is the side. Here again we have this black feather, which is kind of our hero of this whole story. So this comes up all the time as some kind of symbolism, obviously, for the black swan. And this is the back side. So pretty. And then here again, this girl in the black ballet outfit dancing, or the white swan, kind of like good and bad, or maybe to symbolize that every person has like two sides on themselves. I just think it's so stunning. Great idea, kind of like romantic and mystical or mysterious at the same time. And then here, this one, and again, really beautiful from this kind of design with the musical elements and the ballet. Just gorgeous. And if you need even more variety, we also have this as A4. And here you can cut out even more of these motifs. So here you can already cut out a lot of things on the front, which is nice, because sometimes by some companies it's just a throwaway, but here it's actually good quality paper, and you can just cut this out. Or again, you could cut this out from the back, because here it's a nice background, or these little motifs here, they are nice as well. And then we have this sheet where you can cut out a lot, all these beautifully designed card fronts or paper motifs here, these rectangular shapes. And then we have more backgrounds on the back. And here we have these tags, another background, more of these beautiful laid out pages here. I just think it's so stunning. More of these. Then we have this beautiful background here as well. Then also more sentiments or more things that you can layer on top. Here it says memories, for a moment, from the heart, pictures, the story, discover, dancer, the music of the heart, or the music of my heart. Take your time. Dance is the hidden language of the soul. I mean, it's just beautiful. So romantic and mysterious. I love it. One more with tags. One more background. Or here you can get these cards now a little bit smaller if you want to layer it more onto your projects. And we have different size options within the paper pad. And then this beautiful distressed wallpaper and the swan again. And here more text and cutouts on the back. And also, if you need even more things to embellish your project, then we also have this fussy cut pad, which is 6x6. And here you have lots of different little motifs here that you can cut out, like what you've seen before. We have these different flowers, the dancer, and so on. But if you don't want to cut out, they also have this background here as another option. If you want to create smaller cards, and you can either use the front or the back. So you don't have to cut it out if you don't want to. And you get 3 times the same design here. Then we have these keys. Oh, this is really cute, the swan. And again, 3 times. And this is the back, if you don't want to cut it out. Then we have this musical page here with the different violins. Again, 3 times. And this is the back. These beautiful flower items here. Probably a little bit difficult to cut these out, but also would work really nicely as a background. And then you could probably cut out these bigger ones. That should be fairly easy. And this is on the back, just so beautiful. Then here we have these different design options with kind of how they create the ballet dress, I would say, with these mannequins and how you design this dress. Then we have the threads and the scissors and the measurement tape here. It's just such a cool idea. And the shoes, obviously very important to dance ballet. And this is on the back. And this is also really cool, like little note sheets that you could cut out or again just use as a background. And this is on the back side here. And these beautifully designed frames and old wallpaper with the motifs inside that we just looked at. Just gorgeous. And again, 3 times. And this is on the back. And then here we have another background. Or you can fussy cut these elements. So that's obviously up to you. And last but not least, from this whole design or this new release, we also have this beautiful rice paper. I mean, this is just such gorgeous flowers. Really nice. If you love decoupage, then maybe this is for you. Otherwise, if you like more like card making or scrapbooking pages, then maybe this is for you. Or you can also combine it, because that's also really nice if you want to create art journals and so on. Then you can just use the rice paper as a thin layer. So I just love all of this. It's just romantic and a bit mysterious and just, yeah, beautifully designed. And apropos mysterious, so let's talk a little bit about Halloween, because these are not exactly new stamps. They're in the Ciao Bella line for a while, but I just got them in because I thought, hey, how awesome would they be for Halloween? And this is a really big stamping pad here. That's 6x8. So you can see that's my hand. And here we have this, really cool big pad, but the motifs itself, they're not that big. So they would fit really nicely onto a card front or art journaling or whatever Halloween projects you have in mind. Obviously, it doesn't have to be Halloween, but I just thought, obviously, here with the skull and poison, it reminded me of it. So I love this here with the bottles, and here it says live every day like it's the last one. So a little bit macabre, kind of like Halloween, I thought. But I just think this is really cool. And then, well, let's talk about more bottles here. But here it's more like science related. And we have a new brand, which is called Stamping Bella. And they brought out a section which is called Oddball. So these are these really funny stamps of famous people with these funny oddball looks. And one of them is Albert Einstein. And I thought, how good would that be if somebody uses Albert Einstein for some kind of science-related card? And these Ciao Bella stamps that would just fit perfectly with that. So here we have the smaller version of these science stamps, which is called Chemical Reaction, and this is 4x6. And here you also have these cool bottles and these science-related stamps. So really cool. And then also, again, the bigger version here with 6x8. Here, obviously, that's why I thought of Albert Einstein. And here we have the microscope and what I would say is probably a DNA string or something like that. And these, different elements here for anything science related. And I just thought this is amazing. And it's called Science. So not a new release, but new on our website. And I thought this is pretty cool if you want to combine it with the Albert Einstein stamp, or maybe also for Halloween. This could obviously also be somehow used together, I imagine. So kind of fun, just a little bit different with the whole science look. And then also, that's something else we just gotten in, like new alphabet stamps. Just again, I thought they looked a little bit vintage and different, so they would also work nicely together with these new stamps here. One is called Design Uppercase Alphabet, and this is called Design Lowercase Alphabet. And again, I just thought it's a bit different, and I always love to have alphabet stamps that are a bit more retro or vintage and almost scribbled, so they don't look too clean, which I think would make it fun with any of these retro or science related stamps. Then next one up, we also have more of those in, because these were sold out before. And this is called Nothing is as Precious as Time. And I just love this mixed media look. So there are 2 of these. There's one and there's the other one. Bit of a steampunk look, kind of retro, really nice. And I think this works also well with Stamperia's one, which is the Sir Vagabond series, where it's also a bit steampunk, or maybe you have some Tim Holtz items where it would fit nicely together, kind of retro, kind of steampunk. So I love those. And then also these stamps are new at Messy Papercrafts, which are ticket stamps. And tickets, I just think they're amazing for art journaling or card making or any kind of project, really. I just think you can never have enough ticket stamps. And this one is also just called Tickets. And as you can see, it's a nice big stamp set. It's 6x8. And these stamps, they have a really nice size to it. So I just think this is really stunning. Or if you need a smaller, slightly smaller version of this one, then we also have these two. And I believe, yeah, this is called Tickets 2. So it's basically just different versions of this one and smaller. But as I said, I think you can never have enough tickets because they're just great to give your art journals or any kind of layout this texture in the background. Or you can also just stamp it down and cut it out, and this way you can create your own ephemera, which is always nice to have. And here this is called Home for Holidays. So it's slightly Thanksgiving, Christmas related, I would say, because here you have November 28th. So it's kind of more like November, December holiday. And I thought this is really nicely done here as well. Like we have this little, like a certificate here, like a little stamp, US postage, New York, and kind of like an emergency ticket or like a bus ticket. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, once again, just gives you this great background texture, or you can just stamp it on different colored paper and then just cut it out. And again, you can create your own ephemera. So I thought these are really cool to have. I love those. And then we also have more of the older release here by Ciao Bella, because this was almost sold out, so I stocked up with that. But in case you've never seen it, I thought I'd just show it to you, which is called Collateral Rust, and has all of these great different cutout and background options, and it's kind of like Route 66. So I think if you do more of a manly project, then this is really nicely to have. I just love this paper. There's all this rust. Then we go into a totally different direction. So this is now more, yeah, girly or more romantic, I would say, because it's called Tango. So here we have a lot of these red and, yeah, rose and tango motifs, where it's all very like whimsical. And here you can see all of these different options that we hear for cutouts and backgrounds. So I just think this is really beautiful with these dancers. So very romantic, all the roses and music, of course. And here we have another one, which is now more romantic, and it's called The Muse. And here, once again, you can see all different cutouts. We have different labels, and it all has this kind of vintage chic. And we also have a really nice stamp set that would fit nicely together with this one. It's this lady here. And again, just such beautiful, warm colors and tones, all with this kind of stained, old look, very distressed, just gorgeous. And then one more of these rustic looks, which is called New Orleans, I would say, but it's actually called Blue Note. But as you can see, it's all New Orleans with all of these cool jazz vibes and very distressed with these record players and different musical instruments, as you can see here. And it's all these kind of jazz players. So I just thought this is really nice as well. So I thought great versions, because sometimes you want to create something maybe that's a bit more rustic, maybe for a mail card, and then other times you just want it more romantic. And then I thought these are great options to have from Ciao Bella. And also, because I know that some crafters, they just love to craft all year round and do already their projects for Christmas in July. And here I thought this is nice to have as well, because it's not your typical Christmas paper, but it has these kind of nice blue tones and snow. And this is called Time for Home, and has this little bird here as a focal element that pops up on all of these pages. And I just thought it's so beautiful because it's this kind of Christmas winter look, but without your typical red and green paper looks. I just thought it's different. So if you love to craft all year round for Christmas, and maybe that's for you, and it's at messypapercrafts.com right now, so get it while you can. And last but not least, we also have more rice paper in here. Again, these beautiful blue tones with this little sparrow or whatever bird that is. Correct me if you know what kind of bird that is. But I just love this patchwork effect here. Really beautiful. If you love decoupage, then maybe you love this rice paper, or similar in the tone, maybe you love this one. So again, very whimsical and romantic and a bit retro. And also this is beautiful. This is called Our Love Words, and it's this newspaper decoupage look. So again, this is also rice paper, and I think it's great also for art journaling. You can just rip a piece apart and just glue it down, and it just gives you this great texture. And I love everything that has this newspaper look. So that's it for me today. I hope that you have one or two or anything here that's your favorite. Let me know in the comments if you love different paper or stamps, and if you also craft for Christmas all year round. I always find this so fascinating when people are so organized. Or maybe if you have ideas for this new paper, this new release here with the black swan, which I just think is just so stunning. Very well played by Ciao Bella, just beautiful. And that's it for me today. If you love this video and if you want to see more of these crafty items, then press the subscribe button. And with that, have a crafty day. And remember, no stressy, be messy and have fun. See you next time.